Welcome back, 4's fans. It's Rob here from eXplorminate, here again with episode 2 of the Galactic Civilizations 4.65 Alpha Let's Play. Because I had to reboot, because the last time I recorded this, my microphone level was a little too low for me, and I was called out for it, very respectfully. And also, my mouse cursor was missing, and I figured out why. So I've gone ahead and went back to where my save was from the beginning of the second episode. So if you've already watched episode 2, we're going to be doing the same thing again. But if you haven't, then you're going to see a better version of what was going to be episode 2. So let's get started. All right, so we have a leader that's available to be assigned. We don't need to do anything about that yet because we don't have any money. And that's something that I knew because I've played this before. All right, so let's look at some of these things here. Amiable is good for diplomacy. Authority, we could do self-governance for 10% approval on colonies, which is good. We can go to tradition and look at Eureka, which is also something we have it already. Sacred history plus 50% homeworld influence. I'm gonna take that. Try things differently a little bit. There we go. Let my influence flow. So, all right, we're gonna let the scout ships do some things. We need extreme colonization, which is something that we are going to probably try to get done quickly because there's some really good planets with the ability to colonize there if we get extreme colonization. So we're going to do that. The remains of a powerful warship are scattered across the debris field. We should be able to reassemble the bulk of the ship from what remains, but it had a unique engine core and missile system, and both are missing. Only if we find these components can we rebuild the ship. All right, so now that's going to be the retribution. So gather parts of the destroyed warship and then rebuild it. So hopefully we can find the parts. All right. And there's some things that I did wrong in my last episode, so I get to rectify those. Fix my mistakes, which is always fun, right? All right, so let's come back over here and we'll build, I think they're spotters, right? Spotters have the survey module. Yep, we're going to do a couple of those because we need some more money. Man, this is a little bit clunky. I don't really like the way this is implemented. I should just be able to put it right there and it go, but it doesn't. There we go. You have to kind of mess with it over and over and over again just to get it to work, which I don't like. Yeah, one thing I was talking about in the last, recording of this episode was something that I want to talk about here in a second. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to take this on. We're going to go precious metals and go to financial district so we can increase some of our coffers here. But one thing I was really frustrated by is that right now you have to go to your shipyard, select said shipyard. You can double click it if you want to. Click the backbone, go ahead and double click it or click and then click build ship, and then send said colony ship to a planet. And with a game that you're colonizing literally dozens and dozens of planets, I really, really need Stardock to implement the ability to just click on a non-colonized planet and then hit the colonize button. So if you came over here and you see how they have these here, if I could just hit a button, they would say colonize, just like this. It would look like just like this on a non-colonized planet, and I would just click on it. And then the closest shipyard would queue up a colony ship, and then that colony ship would head towards that colony or that non-colonized planet to make a colony. If you're familiar with Distant Worlds or like Star Ruler 2 or like so many games that have a lot of planets like this, you'll know that you can queue up new colonies that way, and it's so much easier. And there's a reason why they do it that way, because the way it's being implemented right now in Gal Civ 4 is super clunky and it takes way too many clicks, and I hate it, honest to God. And it's something that I think could really go a long way towards making this game a bit more, usable. So I'm hoping that Stardock will listen to me. I'm hoping, because that would be something that I would do right now, but it hasn't been done yet. So let's go over here, and what we can actually do stuff with colony upgrades regarding the non-core worlds. So right now we have a decay of 2%, but a communication satellite will increase our approval. Our approval is only 44%, so let's go ahead and upgrade to a communication satellite, and now it's 54%. And we can go over here and see how the decay is 25% over here. So if we can build, we need more nanobots, and we would be able to reduce the decay, or we could use the Auroris Arboretum to, I guess, create tourism. Yeah, tourism. Cool. So we can do that here too. Wow, cool. All right. We'll have to get more of that then. But we need more nanobots for sure. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. See if we can get more nanobots. All right. I don't like that some of these things are always like a leader being able to be used or taken or whatever is literally something that'll show up every turn. And that's something also that I wish would go away. If I right click it, then that means I acknowledged it and I want it to go away forever. But it's going to come back this next turn. Just you watch. All right, extreme colonization. So we're now ready to colonize those planets. Subspace scanning, we're going to go ahead and do that next so we can see where the subspace streams are. It's funny that I say that and it didn't come back. Of course. All right, so we'll click over here. We'll do this clunky setup here. Backbone, we'll build 2 of them. We're going to put them all in front of this research mission. And in fact, we'll put one of these before the spotter because we're going to start taking some of these decent planets down here. That's a class 11 and that's a class 7. So we're going to do what we can to grab one of those, if not both of them. And then there's one here too. That's pretty good. Yeah. 4, I guess that's wealth. Yeah, I guess you could call it wealth. The yellow being wealth, I believe is what it is. You know what? I think I can mouse over it. No. Yeah, here we go. Wealth input. Okay, cool. So you have a trade offer, open borders for Durantium, and then we get 70 credit. I hate this little reset that it does. It messes me up. It's going to cause me a seizure, and I don't get them. All right, let's go over here and grab now a leader because we can afford them. And this one has 11 resolve. This is a pretty decent leader here for what would be actually, yeah, it's better than this one here for a commander. So we're going to go ahead and drop one of these guys onto a commander like the Absolution. We'll go ahead and now have the Absolution ready to fire up here. So we'll go ahead and now I know because I've played before that there's some pirates over there. So we'll see about taking care of them. And what we can also do too is once we've gotten warfare going, we'll start building some new ships to kind of not compensate, but cooperate, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't know. But to create fleets with those commander ships. Repair the ship and welcome them to our empire for a free colony with a Drengen colonist. I'm sure we can find someone who will pay for a shipload. Oh, I would love to do that. We're going to get rid of the Drengen. All right. Radioactive World Mastery improves our ability to survive on radioactive worlds. It's a rare card, so I'm going to go ahead and take that card. And now we can zoom out and see where our slipstreams are going. So now we can also improve one of these planets here. So we'll take the dimensional mirror and improve that. And then we'll improve these 2 as well. And I'm going to drop a manufacturing district here too, because it's going to play off this here, but it's also going to play off the hex bonus there too. All right. All right, all right. A leader is available to be assigned. I know this. All right, so let's see if we've got anything good here. So self-governance would give us approval on colonies. I'm going to take that because I like that. Approval is good. The more approval, the better the output. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of all these. Look how they come back. There we go. And we'll keep going. The spotter's ready, so we'll go ahead and set it to survey. And another thing I was talking about in my last episode is that I think that another thing that's missing from Galactic Civilizations 4 is the interaction that you get, or the lack of, I should say. The lack of interaction you get from these alien races, right? Like, they've learned a lot from Star Control and their Star Control Origins, you know, kind of reboot of the series. And that, you know, they made a game basically that revolved around interacting with alien species. And then you come to Galactic Civilizations 4, and you don't interact with the other species. And I feel like they could really learn from what they've done in Star Control Origins and make it so that I'm interacting with my fellow factions a bit more. And maybe, depending on how I interact with them and the choices that I make, I might see a different part of them. They might reveal more of themselves. Maybe the Altarians can come to me every few turns, maybe every 15 turns, and tell me something, or make some sort of dialogue, and then that leads to some sort of choice that I would make with them that would either start leading me down a path where I get to know the Altarians better, and that opens more dialogue paths, or maybe I shut it off altogether because I want war with them. Maybe I learn enough about them that I know what their weaknesses are, something like that. But it just feels like there's very little in the way of interaction with your fellow factions here. And I feel like it's something they need to lean into to make this game feel more alive. Give me events. Give me stuff that like forces me to interact with my fellow factions here, my rival factions in a lot of ways. Because right now the universe just feels kind of empty. Even with these events and stuff like that, it just kind of feels like it's me against computers. It's not me against people that are actually playing this game. I know that the AI is not really playing. I mean, like in some ways, I think they're not playing to win, but they're playing to kind of give you something to do. And with that, I think if you made the AI, interactable in a way that it's reminiscent of Star Control, I think that'd be a lot more fun. So we can say this. So a fierce battle was waged here recently on one side of my colony ship has suffered a hull breach and is on the verge of catastrophic failure. On the other side, the remains of a Zalaxi raiding ship with no survivors but for a single escape pod with failing life support. Let's go ahead and rescue the thousands of Mimat colonists. I don't care about the Zalaxi captain. We'll be good. We'll be good people. All right, so that should give me a Mimat. Yeah, there we are. Scott Croash. I like it. Go forth, my friend. All right, we've discovered the remnants of one of our first space vessels. Evidence of a time when we stepped nervously beyond Eraman 2. What should we do with the piece of history? We put it in a museum. We scrap it for parts. We put it back into service. Opportunity ideology awareness increases to 5. Oh wow, innovation ideology awareness increased to 2 and plus 5% research all colonies. I'm gonna do that. All right, so looks like we finished the dimensional mirror, so we can actually use that now to, I believe it's here, right? There we go. Dimensional mirror, so we can reveal a part of the map. We're gonna do that right here. Right where I thought I knew some of these pirates were. And that's a great planet right there. A class 16. It's got 6 food, 2 wealth, 2 industry. I wonder why it's a class 16. That's not very good. And there's a colony ship that's going to go take it. Go for it. Have at it. Go forth and make me a new core world. Although I don't know if I want to or not. There's one right there. So radioactive world mastery. We've taken that. Ministry of Trade. Let's go ahead and do that and get some trade going. And then we'll do armed shuttles next time. All right. I think that's a good plan. I like it. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like in a lot of ways, I'm glad that the version numbers kind of lead you to think that this will be a May or June release, because I still feel like they have 5 or 6 months left of development time to make this game feel a little bit more alive. And that's something I've always complained about with Galactic Civilizations since Galactic Civilizations 2, is that they just feel kind of, I don't know, like empty. There's this personality that doesn't exist in this game that makes me wish that I could just interact with these people and interact with this universe in a different way. And I need more of that. So if that means more events, if that means, let me see, hold on a second before I keep going with this. So we can do antimatter warheads. I think we're going to do antimatter warheads. But if that means more events or more ways to interact with the other factions, or maybe providing more of an environmental issue, like I want to see more space dragons and stuff like that, and give me more of life to my universes, and that'll go a long way towards making this game feel more fun, in my opinion. So, all right, so we've got here. Let's see, it's a capsule, and this is space junk. This is a graveyard, so we'll go to that and let the absolution take care of the graveyard. It is lightly defended, so hopefully lightly defended means we can take it. There's a lot of Illyrium over here. Alright, so a band of Zaloxi smugglers have crashed their ship here. They have little power left in their ship, barely enough to maintain life support, and are desperate for food and medical supplies. They're vague about what led them here, though it's difficult to tell if it is through some illicit behavior or simply part of Zaloxi culture. Convince them to settle on one of our worlds. I'm going to take that. So they're now at Shola 2. Where's that? Oh, that's not one of mine. I thought that was my core world. Okay, so they're down here, actually. Alright, and they're happy. That's good. There are other species here. They don't like that. Okay. Well, we don't like that. You don't like that. So how about that? Alright, let's scan the planet, because that's something that we can get. Alien crash vessels that can help with that one that we're trying to build here, which is, I forgot the name of it, like the Retribution or whatever. Yes, it is. It's called the Retribution. I remembered. So you give exploration treaty, and you get laws. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I'll let you see my stuff for some technology. In return, I get to see your stuff. Alright, the Ministry of Trade. We've done it. Great. So we'll go take armed shuttles, and we'll see where that takes us. Other civilizations are eager to trade, which will benefit both of our empires. Yep. Show me. You know what I need? I need a Minister of Trade. Right? I thought so. I thought I did. There used to be one. I could have sworn there was one before. Huh. That's funny. Alright, so then... Where are you? Supply ship? No. Erector? No, that's for that. Probe. Where do I get... Maybe I should have actually... You know what it is? I remember now. You can go to Archaea, right? And you can select somebody here and make them a trader. And then you can actually build... Or not. Maybe a trader just does nothing. I don't know. Maybe maybe the payload came out of that as a result, I guess. I don't know. So there's 2 now? I guess there's 2. Yeah, there we go. So we'll take that and we'll bring this one to this core world, and then you can go down over to Alteria. And the spotter can go on a mission of surveying. Survey things, man. Do it. Should we engage them in battle? Yes, we should. Alright, so we lost 7 hit points. So we're going to go ahead and let that person... No, we'll go ahead and repair. And let's see if there's a survey ship nearby. There is. There's one right there. Armed shuttles. Good to go. Allow the building of the navigation center achievement. What is that? Allows the building of the Galactic Navigation Network. But what is that? Allows the building of the Galactic Navigation. I don't know what that is. I need better tooltips. Defensive studies, quantum computing. You know, I almost want to see what the hell this is. So we're gonna go. No, you know what? I want starbase modules, and then we'll come back to that. We're gonna colonize that plane right there. That's good. And then what else do we have here? We've got some asteroids which we can mine. That's good. Are we mining these? Looks like we are. Yes, we are. God, there's some overlap there. Some serious text overlap. Yes, colonize planet, please. And I think that might be a planet worthy of making a core world there. So we might consider that very strongly. Is there another planet over here that we can colonize to kind of back up with that? There is. There's a few. And by a few, I mean there's 2. That one seems to be the better of the 2. 2 manufacturing and 3 food. So let's go ahead and send the colony ship that way. Or you know what? We forgot about these guys over here. That's a pretty good one. Let's go ahead and send it that way actually instead. And then the absolution here is now completely healed. And where are we going to send it? Ooh, look at those planets. Are they good? They're decent. I'm going to send you over here. Oh, look, there's some space monsters. You know what? We'll come over here and take out these space monsters first. There you go. All right. Starbase modules complete. We'll take the railguns for some kinetic weapons. Get things started. There you go. Oh, what is that? What are you, a guardian? A small scavenger vessel is already picking through this debris field. The captain claims he hasn't found anything here, but offers us a tribute if we let him go on his way. Let's see. No, I'm not really. I don't need that. Let's request some of his goods. We'll take some honor spice. Thank you very much. All right. Telescope takeover. Spend 10 control. We will do that. How much control do I have? I have 35. All right. Oh, there's nowhere that I really haven't been yet. Let's go ahead and just pop it over here. And there's a lot of pirates over here. In fact, there's a pirate base. So now we know the entirety of this little sector here. And that, let's go ahead and drive you up here to that shipyard or ship graveyard. Now that we've taken out the things that were there, there's some decent little planets over here. Year 1. It has been 1 solar year since we left our star system to explore the galaxy. We are no longer vulnerable to a planet-wide extinction event, and we have brought our life to other new worlds. Congratulations, yay for me. The Retribution appears to be a scrapyard for damaged and useless shipyards. Wait. Oh, so we found some spots. We found a spot. That's good. A part. That's what I meant to say. A spot, a part, whatever. We found 2 of them. 2 of the 3. All right, am I going to be able to destroy this thing? Yes. So I'm going to. Or Umbral Horror. Good lord, that does not sound good at all. Oof. How many hit points does it have? 100? How many do I have? 17. That's not going to work. So let's go take out the Crovanosaur. And then let's take a look at our ideology here. Opportunity, we have 2, so we can reduce cooldown and use that. Incentives, plus 10 loyalty for leaders. That's actually pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do that too. I don't know what loyalty really does though. It's a mechanic, but what does it do? Like we can come over here and look at the loyalty, but what does that do for this? Okay, so loyal plus 10, natural loyalty, but what does loyalty do? A leader with loyalty below 30 is at risk to resign or attempt to undermine you. One with very high will help me. So yeah, that one's just sort of in the middle. So this one might try to help me. This one should definitely be trying to help me. You better start helping me. That's all I'm saying. Plus 8 range? That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so let's see. Advanced life support, increase the range we have. Planetary mobilization, increase the amount of citizens that can live on our worlds. That's actually a good thing. Let's do that. And okay, there it is. I was about to say, where is this thing? that was kind of boring. I know they're going to do the battle viewer again. But that was kind of weak. Weak sauce stuff there. Alright, so Durantium Forge will give me a +2 kinetic attack. I'm going to go ahead and add that. That's pretty darn. Oh, it's actually +3. You were wrong, tooltip. And then repair. Repair yourself. Alright, so now we have patrols and cautious, which really are kind of crappy. But that's fine. We'll get more. Let's produce some modules for some of the star bases we have out there. And poor housing. Many of the citizens in Shala live in homes that are a little more than storage containers. Some of our advisors argue that this is fine. Others argue that this is only cruel. It's counterproductive. This is unacceptable. Prioritize improved housing for our citizens. I agree. Our ships find pirates attacking the ship of Borik the Quick. Our vessels swoop in and the pirates quickly scatter. Borik decides the galaxy has grown too dangerous for a single mercenary and offers to join our armada. The catch, we have to rebuild a ship. Yeah, that sounds good to me. We'll rebuild your ship. Is it the Sentinel? I believe it's a Sentinel. We will rebuild the Sentinel for you. Or maybe not, the Prospector. There it is. Borik the Quick. We're going to rebuild that for you, buddy. All right. So once we've completed the repairs, we're going to start taking out some of these other things. Although this is something I can't take out. Oh, no, the Guardian I can. But like the little, whatever it is, Umbral Horror probably has too many hit points for me. But we're going to take this one out instead. I don't even fire. That sucks. That's very underwhelming. All right. Executive order. Let's go ahead and drop a draft colonist executive order. And we'll take that to... I think we're going to take it over here. Yes, we are. And then we're going to see if there's anybody worth governing here. So 6 is a decent government. Oh, wait, let's try to remember what this is. So if high diligence is important for ministers and for governing manufacturing-based colonies. Important for diplomats. Approval. Research-related tasks. So basically, if they're diligent, they're good for production. And for some reason of the two, this one's much cheaper. And I really just want the diligence score. So I'm going to take this one. And then I'm going to, I think it's Satyr 5. I don't know. Is it? Yes, it is. So we can go ahead and come over here and assign governor. And take this cat. What is he good? Negative 10 pollution when assigned as a governor. When assigned as a governor, if their planet is conquered, they join the new order. Nice. Douche. As a diplomat, increase the crime of the civilization they are assigned to. But we're just going to assign you to this and make you a core world. Alright, let's drop the core world thingy here. Right there in the middle. And then we will scan planet here in a second. Let's go ahead and add manufacturing. There we go. And then we'll scan planet. Perfect. Alright, very good. So I'm kind of at the point where I was the last time I recorded this, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it. But I am going to do something that we were talking about in the last one, right? So there's something called Galactic Achievements, and it's basically when you take on a mission, and like I don't know what they lead to. I really have no idea. So the ones that we can do right now are Against the Tide, which survive against the tide for 0 of 100 weeks. I don't know what that means. I don't think we have enough firepower to do that. Or the Orbit Dragonol. So we're going to search the galaxy for anomalies, use the artifact to open a pocket universe, and then retrieve the Orb of Dragonol. We're going to go ahead and begin that and see what the hell that is. And we're going to start that with the next episode. So stick around. Come on back for episode 3 as we figure out what the hell the Orb of Dragonol is and what the achievement is and what that all entails. And hopefully we can start moving out of the sector too. And we'll keep pushing on through and trying to like kind of level up some of our ships here, and maybe we'll start building fleets, so on and so forth, so we can clear out these pirates and clear out the space monsters and maybe find somebody to wage war with. But oh look, there's something here. A spotter here. Let's give you more moves. And then you do the same. We're going to give you more moves too. And you as well. Wait, there we go. All right. So stick around. We will be back for episode 3 very soon. Until then, I'm interested to hear what you guys think. I had already done this in the last episode, but if you want to resubmit your comments on what you guys think of the game so far, I'm really interested to hear. And then also, I'm really interested to hear if anyone has suggestions on how the game could improve. You know, maybe ways to make this game feel more alive. I think that's a huge thing for them. They have to. Because a lot of the gameplay elements are working well. The gameplay mechanics are working well. You know, the clunkiness of the colonization UI and stuff like that, that can be fixed. But beyond that, you know, and also something that someone suggested in the last episode is that, like, here, when you have all of these planets, these uncolonized planets, right? You can sort them. You can sort them. You should be able to sort them by habitability. And then, of course, you know, click on one and colonize. I need that button. I need the ability to more easily and less clunkily colonize planets. So that's a big thing for me, and I'm hoping that I will be heard. I should be heard. Hear me. But with that, I would like to hear what you guys think could do, what Stardock could do to improve the liveliness of this game. Is the best way I can put it. So let me know in the comments below. Until then, the episode 3 will come soon, since I had to reboot this and I'm kind of behind at this point. So episode 3 will come soon. But until then, this is Rob from eXplorminate. Keep exploring, guys.